The Midday Show, live on QBS.
A flowery collar shirt, and we're ready to learn so much from her today. A Belgian pharmacist and entrepreneur, the founder of UrPharma, even though I was expecting a UrDerma.
UrPharma this.
Yeah. That easy. If only. She specializes in bringing clean, sustainable skincare brands to the GCC market. Camille is a very passionate young lady about education. She leads workshops and talks on skincare and entrepreneurship. So allow me to warmly welcome Miss Camille Baekelandt. Did I say that right?
Yeah, completely.
All
correct.
right.
Thank you for having me, really. Thank you.
The pleasure is ours, and I've honestly been looking forward to this talk because it's relatable to everybody, regardless of the age, regardless of the situation, regardless of the weather. But there is going to be a pretty good focus on the weather here in Qatar.
Exactly, yeah.
And to start off, we'd all like to know, from a curiosity point of view, what it is that inspired you to be a pharmacist to begin with, and why it is that you chose clean, sustainable skincare.
Yeah, so as from a young age, I've always been very, fascinated how things works, how the body works. So my favorite subjects were biology and chemistry and the physics.
Really? Okay.
So then I had two options, right? Going for medicine or going for pharmacy.
Yeah.
I think medicine is more diagnosing and treating some skin conditions or, conditions in general, diseases.
Yeah.
Regarding pharmacy, it's more, understanding what is the impact of the medication on the body and how things work. And so for me, it was
way more sophisticated.
I don't know about that. I don't want to. But for me, it was more like, okay, I really want to understand things. If I take a paracetamol, what does it do in my body? So then I chose eventually for pharmacy, which I don't regret. And then
I can clearly tell from your facial expression.
Yeah, right.
There is no regret here.
And then moving forward, then the skin is the biggest organ, right?
Of course.
So I was really, like I said, fascinated how things work. How is our skin working? How does it impact the products we are applying? And I also found the needs starting as a pharmacist. I found the need that customers were asking, okay, but I don't understand. How does it impact? I'm looking for effective, but yet...
When you enter a pharmacy and you look for a skincare line, you want to make sure it's more of good quality than commercial.
Exactly.
Because a lot of those... wordplay that you find on the packages would just grab your attention, and you would just grab it, place it on the counter, and then just pay the price, not knowing that the price doesn't indicate the quality, because it could be pretty pricey yet not get the results.
That's all depends.
So people like you are the ones that would set the record straight.
Yeah, that's how I see it, right? I really love to educate also the customer, to give them the tools, to have the knowledge that they can have their own, that they understand their skin, that they understand the product, they understand the ingredients, so they choose for themselves, right? If you go to a salesperson, it's just about getting the sales, but on the end, you are using the products and you want to have the results.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you want your patient or whoever is coming in to take care of their skincare routine to be satisfied and happy and healthy with their skin routine. And why do you think it is that we should be interested in sustainable skincare?
Yeah.
How does that
differ?
differ?
Right?
Yeah. You hear it everywhere. But when it comes to skincare, how do you apply sustainability?
So for me, because what we put on our skin doesn't stay on our skin, right?
Yeah.
It gets absorbed, get into our body, but also in the environment, right?
Yeah.
Because of packaging, residues, the water system even. So it does have an impact on the environment and
as a whole,
right?
Yeah.
So For me, it's a holistic approach. Choosing the right, premium, safe ingredients, not only for yourself, but also for the environment. Less plastic.
Is there a way of doing that? Is it easy?
Is it
in
easy?
This day and
yes,
age?
I do think there is more and more brands are more conscious about it.
Okay.
Instead of plastic, you have, I'm just thinking bars, solid bars to wash your hair, for example.
Yeah.
It does exist, right?
Yeah.
If we're talking skincare, you have, the single-use plastic, avoid them. You have the glass bottles where you can have refill options. There are options. It's just a matter of
I've also seen stainless steel bottles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there are options. More and more brands are more conscious about it and are more transparent about it as well. Because
that's very promising and amazing, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
So that
you don't feel that sense of guilt. I'm trying to take care of my skin while I'm harming the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah. How does our day-to-day use of certain products affect the environment?
Yeah, because some conventional, skincare, but also personal care products as body and shampoos, hair products, they do contain microplastics, silicone, sometimes synthetic fragrance that aren't biodegradable. So that has an impact on our, on our oceans. It's also harmful for the
Would those
marine.
be mentioned on the labeling or not?
That it's microplastic?
Yeah.
Silicone is mentioned, It's something, but if it doesn't biodegrade, then, it does keep on, building up. And if we use it even more, it stays in the environment, right? So it has an impact on our oceans, on our marine,
the fish get to eat it, we eat the fish, and oh my God.
And it's built up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from a pharmacist's standpoint here, we'd love to know what it is that the term clean in the world of skincare truly mean. Are you saying that some of them aren't clean or less clean? Why is it so important for skin health to know how clean it is?
It's a buzzword, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel clean is like, people or brands are sometimes advertising it in the wrong way, I would say. For me personally, clean is not about being 100% natural. It's really about being scientifically safe.
And how can we apply that?
Yeah,
as ordinary people. Yeah.
It's about formulating, the products without unnecessary irritants. For example, alcohol or synthetic fragrance or, hormone disruptors is also a big thing, right? But that's for me about, being clean. If you can avoid these ingredients. So, and also as a pharmacist, I look how ingredients are, interacting with the skin barrier.
But us as ordinary people, not coming from a pharmaceutical background, Ms. Camille, how can we assure ourselves that the products that we are using are as clean as they should be?
Yeah, and that's a tricky one. That's really because you get misleaded by all these claims, the
slogans, the words.
So that's what I'm saying, like all these
Can we always trust those words? Are they only used for marketing purposes and sales?
In some cases, I do believe that has been used for marketing and for sales purpose. That's why have a look.
How about their reputation
and
the client satisfaction?
Yeah.
How do you maintain both?
I think it's a very hard question because also the consumer, you have different type of consumers as well, right? Sometimes they don't care where it comes from, where it's been sourced, or if it's in plastic or not. And that's completely fine. There are brands who are targeting them, but you also have brands who are very transparent, who is very, they share also why they're using these ingredients, why this. Look into the brand as well, the values, the mission, and then you do feel the difference.
If we were narrow it down to your pharma, and I come to you, and I want something clean, what would you look for when we say clean? What would you pick?
For you specifically, or just in
Just
general?
an example, in general, yeah.
Yeah. Like how I choose the brands who I chose or to pick, like, where to distribute here into the region. It's for me I go deep dive into the ingredients. Like I said, avoid all necessary, harmful ingredients for the environment, for the individual as well. And
you would have to, diagnose and check what skin type I have.
Yeah.
And what
first
skin
of all,
conditions
yeah.
I have.
Exactly. Understanding your skin. What is your kind of skin type do you have? How can you benefit from the products? And then, of course, if it's also being
environmentally friendly,
then it's even better, right? So
yeah.
It's, yeah. But
for those of you who would like to ask Camille further questions, don't hesitate to send us whatever it is you'd like to share with Dr. Camille through our WhatsApp line 55975 666. From your wide experience, before we go on another music break, how young should people start taking care of themselves and take their skincare routine seriously?
I do believe there can be a skincare routine in the teenage age, because then, they have hormones, and then, they have more oily skin as well. So having a good face wash, I would definitely recommend. Boys and girls, especially, here, it gets hot here in Qatar. And also when they do sports exercise, having a decent face wash, I would definitely recommend at a young age. And a good moisturizer and sunscreen. It's just very simple, not more than that as well. But I think from that age, you should get started.
So 12 years and above, let's say? 12, 13?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but keep it simple, please.
You heard it, guys. I didn't say it. It's from Miss Camille herself. Keep it simple. How much is too much when taking care of your skin?
Definitely a good question. But I think here, doing too much too quickly as well, expecting results over one night. It's very typical.
I have a wedding in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Can you give me the skincare? So it's a facial wash during the day, another one for the night. There's tonic, there's serum, there's pills. So do I go for all of that?
No.
And expect miracles?
No? Don't. I think it's important to start simple.
How simple? Can you define simplicity?
For me, the basic skincare, just to maintain your skin barrier, is a gentle cleanser, a good moisturizer with some antioxidants who support, the health of your skin barrier, and a sunscreen. That's just basics. Of course, if you want to target specific skin concerns like pigmentation, aging, whatever your concern is, then you can add, when your skin barrier is balanced, meaning you don't have irritation when you wake up, or redness,
constant
or itchiness,
acne,
breakouts where you don't know
would
where
large
it comes
pores
from.
be a concern as well?
No, because that's a skin type. Like some genetics are blessed and others are not. So we don't all have a filter skin type, and that's fine, because skin is not about being perfect. Like it's about being, confident and having a healthy skin, right?
Because, with all the exposure on social media and all the tricky filters and photos, people get this false image of have that pearly skin, regardless of your age and the climate where you're living in. So don't be deceived,
Exactly.
Don't be deceived. So the climate in the GCC in general, and in Qatar in particular, is very specific. It's usually dry, it's hot, it's sunny, it's humid, and that in itself would have us consider a particular type of skincare. And we need to be careful, we need to be cautious. So how do factors like intense heat, humidity, and air conditioning affect our skin in the long run? And what would be the best and simplest way to counteract those effects?
Yeah. because it's the constant contrast between the heat and then the air-conditioned area that really strips our skin barrier of the moisture, right?
Yeah.
And also it weakens the skin barrier as well. So we need to support that, because otherwise it leads to dehydration, to dullness, to sensitivity, which a lot of among us, we all suffering about the sensitivity. And then on top of that, we have, always the sun is there. So it's definitely to counteract that, focus on hydration and protection. So a good moisturizer, like we said before, it's really important. Don't skip it, because a lot of people...
What if I want to get a tan yet not burn my skin?
You can still
how
tan.
would I still apply sunscreen and get that? How?
Yes. Of course.
Of course?
Yes, definitely.
You say that so confidently.
Yeah, because it's not about, your skin.
I want to get that bronzage but not harm my skin,
and you can
for
still
example.
have that.
How?
Yes,
yeah?
definitely.
Are there products that do both?
Of course. Like
protect your skin and give
why
you
you get tans. You know why you get tans? Because your body is protecting yourself against
and I'm
UV,
getting my vitamin D,
UV rays, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, instead of the full load UV rays that we are, need, that our body is absorbing, which is an overload, which we create free radicals. Now I'm going too deep into maybe the chemical side of it. But if we apply sunscreen, at least it has a shield, and we avoid the overload of sun rays. And
would freckles be a sign?
It's regarding your skin type as well. Some people are more sensitive to it and has more, the tension to create freckles. So not everyone has that, has this kind of freckles. But it's a beauty sign, right? I do.
Is
feel
it? Oh, thank you.
I think it's one of the.
I mean, of all my 45 years being on this planet Earth, you are the first one to say that.
Yeah, I think
it's
one of the 7
that
beauty.
Feels so good.
So,
speaking of mistakes when taking care of your skin, what would be the most common mistake people make when starting a basic skincare routine?
Yeah, I think we already touched the subject already.
We did?
A little bit.
What was that?
Just doing too much, too soon, too fast, having a skincare routine with 2 exfoliants and then the retinol and another, very
and
active
a weekly
ingredient.
scrub
and
a pore absorber and all that.
Exactly. I'm repeating myself, but protecting your skin barrier.
But it is important to reinforce
really,
it. So
really important, because that's how it starts. When that is balanced, it's resilient as well, resilient, right?
Resilient, yeah.
So it will, helps you against premature aging as well. It will helps you, for pigmentation. So it's really important to support your skin barrier instead of, applying all these aggressive products like a scrub who can, damage your skin barrier, or exfoliants, salicylic acid, glycolic acid.
But I mean, if you look at it from a skincare point of view, it allows you to remove the dead skin cells.
Yeah, and I do believe we need them as well. They are effective, but it's just how people use them. If you overuse, and if you're using it each night, if you're using it instead of once a week, or same with retinol, instead of 1 pea size, they're using, I don't know, the whole tube at once to have the best effect. No, it's not about, it's not a magic touch.
No. It's an I think it's a result of being consistent with the simplicity of your skincare routine, right?
These are the words that are the magic: consistency and simplicity. Otherwise, then you have better results than changing it didn't work out for me. I tried for 2 weeks. Like retinol, it takes 6 weeks to have the first signs.
What about those with the acidic elements included in those?
Yeah, so you had different kind of...
Should we refer back to a pharmacist like your good self, or a dermatologist before we start using them?
Definitely. It depends how educated you are. I think some people are already been deep dive into, the topic. So like yourself, I do believe you have some insights in it.
I owe it to my mama.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're not educated, definitely I would get first advice from someone who can guide you through, the skincare.
Because those shelves are full of packages with colors and things that say Vitalift, anti-aging, look younger, and you end up just taking it home with you. So before doing that, we refer back to you.
Especially if we're talking about extreme, active ingredients. Definitely get advice from someone who knows their subject.
Yeah. There's a lot more to discuss, and we're in a race against time, unfortunately. But guys, you still have the time to ask questions, because so far I've got Sumaya simply wanting to say hi. That's simply
hi,
it. She's
Sumaya.
enjoying the conversation, just saying hi, and we're saying hello back to you. You still have around 10 to 15 minutes to ask your questions. I think that people aren't asking simply because you were giving them all the answers.
Well,
so
that's good to know.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so it is a good sign. But you guys can still seize the opportunity to get in touch and let us know if there's anything you'd like to ask Miss Camille while she's here, giving us the honor to ask her questions in the studio. We have Mr. Rashid, who's also saying hello with lots of O's appearing on the screen. That just popped up right now. So if you wish to do the same, the number is 55975-666. Drop us a voice note or a type text message as you guys like. We'd be more than happy to be hearing from you. Both Katrina and Raymond would like to say hello to you. Hold on. Let me put the mic on. Take two. So, Katrina and Raymond would like to say hello to you.
Well, hello back.
Getting lots of fan base, Camille. We're learning a lot from you. We've been learning a lot from you today so far with this lovely interview. Big thanks to you for making the time and sharing your expertise with us on the airwaves. We do honor and appreciate that, Miss Camille. And, of course, we owe it to our production team, especially to Mariam Salim. So, to go back to our questions here, focusing on empowering the consumer. I don't want to use consumer, but let's say patients or skincare peeps. I don't know. Consumer sounds more, right? Marketing kind of thing. Buy and sell. Sanat wants to say hi. The hellos are just piling up, Miss Camille. What would be the best way to become a more informed person in the world of skincare?
Yeah.
How can that happen?
I think by always read the ingredients and not just the label. Because on the label there are a lot of claims, right? Natural, organic.
Talk about organic. Okay.
Right? But
argan oil.
Yeah. But then if you look deeper into the ingredients, sometimes it's just 1% is being organic. So, but because these kind of terms...
Did I hear that right?
Yeah, because sometimes these terms can be used very loosely, like, there's not really a lot of restrictions around using these terms. So be careful and be very conscious about it and have a look into the ingredients.
So would a word with many syllables indicate good ingredients, those medical, pharmaceutical terms?
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for example...
deep cleansing, something that'll make my skin glow. I want it to tighten it, maybe some natural lifting instead of going for Botox or fillers. Is there a way to be more knowledgeable of what to pick?
Yeah, of course, it's very tricky because it's very personal as well, right? Like if we want to advise, for example, you specifically, I want to go for that. Yeah, I need to go deep dive into your skin type, your current skincare routine, how to, improve it and to have better results on that. So it's very hard for me now to say, okay, this ingredient is your top pick. Of course, I can.
Isn't there a one size fits all in this case?
Unfortunately not.
No?
Unfortunately not. For example, a lot of people, they use retinol nowadays, but it's not for everyone. Not everyone can use retinol because it can be quite.
And not everyone's skin type can tolerate having retinol applied to their skin.
Exactly, because then it can cause even more damage, right? pigmentation, breakouts, sum it up. You can have it if it's not a fit for you. But then, of course, you have other ingredients who can work out perfectly. Like niacinamide is a great ingredient for pigmentation as well, to protect your skin.
Should we look
barrier.
out for what we eat other than maintaining skincare? Do they come hand in hand in this case?
Definitely. Our body is one. So what you eat reflects on your skin. 100%, but that's in general, right? Like your energy levels, your health in general. It's always get impacted by
the amount of exposure to the
lifestyle.
sun, especially here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it is hand in hand. But if you're looking for an ingredient that is transparent, I would say look for ingredients that is able to explain the ingredients. That is.
What if I don't understand the words on the ingredients?
Then
So
ask
whose
questions.
consultation do I...
Yeah, I would say ask questions, because really education is the key here. Like, educate yourself if you want, because not everyone wants to, have.
And you can't rely
understanding.
on search engines or ChatGPT or all of that, because it could give false information.
Exactly. Even brands are influencing, ChatGPT to get more reviews or to more views, or so it's a tricky world, especially also with these influencers and.
So you got to do your research before.
I would definitely say do your research and keep it simple as well. Like
keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
It's we are repeating ourselves, but I do believe keep it simple, and also try it before you buy the whole set, or do a workshop. Maybe the brand offers that. That's also amazing, because then you have the opportunity to test it and try it to see how your skin is reacting. And it's not because your sister is using it that it
will work for you. Yeah,
right.
Definitely true. Yeah. That's very worthy of sharing. And to wrap up this wonderful interview, Miss Camille, if there would be one golden piece of advice you would like to give to everybody listening right now, what it is that would make a huge change to people's skin routine, and what advice would you give regarding that?
It's a hard one, because I do think we all need to listen to our skin, right? Because skin also change over time. We talked about the environment. It has an impact on it. Hormonal changes, being pregnant, or stress or lifestyle. So also your skincare routine needs to evolve as well. So listen to your skin, see how it reacts. If you're, going to another country, or lifestyle is being changing, also listen to that, and keep it simple, I would say. Don't overwhelm your skin. Educate yourself.
Education is very important.
Education is really important. Yeah. And don't skip sunscreen. I would definitely, if I have to give you one product, I would definitely go for sunscreen, because it's such an important product, especially living here in the Middle East, because it's #1 cause of aging and pigmentation. So protection here is the key, and keep it simple.
You heard it from the expert herself, Miss Camille Baekelandt, a special guest with us today, pharmacist, entrepreneur, founder of UrPharma. She is here to make our world a better place, bringing clean, sustainable skincare brands to Qatar and the GCC market. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here with us, and hopefully we get to have you back on the air to discuss this deeper. So we want to thank you for your time. Thank you for all the insight and knowledge you've shared with us. And we wish you a very beautiful day and all the success with your future endeavors.
Thank you, Ms. Huda. It was my pleasure being here.
Merci beaucoup.